While one of the best things of my 20s was having our own home, it also meant more time spent on maintaining the house or just keeping ourselves alive. Here are some time-saving routines and habits we have developed over the years that help us manage our home in an organised and efficient way. As much as I love shopping for organisation items, I have come to the sad realization that having different organising gadgets will not magically turn our house into a neat and orderly place. I found that the key lies in the prevention of two things: clutter and mess. The best way to prevent the accumulation of clutter is to gatekeep what is being brought into the house, and I have 3 tips on how you can do this. Tip number 1. Before buying something, think about where you're gonna keep it. I have an unhealthy obsession with buying new kitchen appliances, and thinking about where I can store them before actually ordering helps to control my addiction and save my marriage. Tip number 2 is to reject freebies that you don't need. As a kiasu Singaporean, I always took every free gift that was offered to me, even though I didn't need it. I always thought that I can just take first, then give it to my family, friends, or whoever that might want it. In the end, it always gets forgotten and becomes clutter that I have to deal with. Even though I felt really sad when I first rejected a free, good-looking recycle bag from NTUC, the sense of accomplishment of having control over my own space and belongings was very rewarding. The last tip is mainly for the online friends who are moving out on their own for the first time. Instead of getting carried away like me and adding all sorts of home-related items to your cart, try moving into your new house first without all these items to see if you really need them. For example, I got super excited and bought lots of kitchen stuff even though I didn't cook at all before I moved out. I envisioned myself becoming a domestic goddess and home master chef with all my fancy tools, but real-life Hayley was always very tired and I ended up not using a lot of the things that I bought. I felt very guilty decluttering them, and in hindsight, it gave me a lot of unnecessary stress. Another key to having an organised home is to prevent the accumulation of mess that will eventually take more time to clean up. To do this, we have a home reset routine that helps us to keep track of what we need to do without spending too much cognitive effort. We don't always complete every item on the checklist, but it serves as a good reference point. Noting all of them down also helps to free up some headspace so you don't have to worry about missing out stuff. You only need to worry once when you're doing the actual planning. I think doing laundry is easily my least favourite household chore because of how legit it is. However, with the new Steigen Solar Pro, laundry can now be done around our schedule instead of the other way around. We usually aim to do laundry twice a week, on Tuesdays and Fridays, so that we can iron and fold the clothes over the weekend. Now that we have the new Steigen Solar Pro, we can be sure that the clothes will dry in time even if we skip a day or two when we OT or when we are simply just too tired to wash clothes. The Steigen Solar Pro comes in 5 cute colours, and of course I chose the white one to match our home interior. The red mode runs for 3 hours, while the purple one runs for 6 hours. Both modes activate an inbuilt ionizer and dust mite repeller to reduce airborne allergens and other odor-causing particles. Compared to a traditional dryer, the Steigen Solar Pro takes up less space and looks sleeker because it's flushed against the ceiling. However, it takes more time to hang up the laundry than simply dumping everything inside a dryer. Overall, investing in this appliance is definitely an upgrade worth considering if you have some extra budget. Of course, it's not something that you cannot live without, as we have been doing our laundry just fine before installing it. However, it's a great bonus to have as it gives us the option of using the drying modes when we need to, allowing us to have a more flexible laundry routine. If you cook at home, having an organized kitchen can save you a lot of time by helping you find what you need efficiently and preventing you from spending more time to clear out expired foods. The first tip is to group things together according to their function. For example, all my storage containers are in this cabinet, all the cooking ingredients are kept together here, and all the refills plus random items are here in this drawer. This way, I only have to check one location to see if I have a particular item instead of rummaging through 3 or 4 different drawers. Generally, I group my kitchen items according to these categories. The next tip is to keep everything visible to avoid forgetting items and wasting time by either clearing them or going out to purchase something that you already have. I do have a whole video on how I organize my kitchen, but in general, you just need to keep this in mind. The next unassuming but extremely useful habit is to keep all invoices, warranties, and spare parts of household appliances in one location. Having them organized not only saves time, but will also save your marriage by preventing frustration with each other when you can't find the things you want. When it comes to managing family and personal finances, doing financial planning and having a system allows us to monitor our budgets with minimal effort and time. Firstly, we sat down and identified common saving goals to ensure that both of us are moving towards the same places in life. I created an Excel sheet based on our take-home incomes and aligned our contribution towards our individual and shared expenses. The second step was to set up our saving goals based on our Excel sheet. We both use the native goals function in our iBanking apps to lock up our savings monthly. Lastly, we monitor our spending to make sure that we are staying within the budget we set for ourselves. Organizing your life might seem overwhelming at the start, but I promise that it will only get easier once you establish a system of habits that works for you. You'll eventually have more time to relax and noir, like play games or waste your time by mindlessly scrolling social media. Hope this was helpful. All the best and bye!